What's up, rich people? It's me, Haley, aka Mrs. Dow Jones, and I am so excited for Q1. That's finance for New Year. So I already made my New Year's resolutions, and the biggest one, like the top of my list, is that I want to be richer in 2020. And the only way that you can really get richer is if you stop spending so much so that you can actually invest your money. So today I thought I would share some things that I'm cutting from my budget. By the way, this stays between you, me, and my financial planner. Don't tell a soul. So my philosophy on budgeting is that you can't be a psycho about it. As someone who has spent many a Sunday night writing insane guidelines for myself, no Uber, no sushi, no back massages at the nail salon, I can tell you firsthand that it just does not work. Your budge, can I call it that? Your budge should not torture you. Rather, it should just give you some guidelines so that you're spending mindfully on the things that you are obsessed with and not wasting money on the things that you absolutely don't care about. Like that time I spent $500 on Instagram drunk on hair vitamins and never took them. Damn you, Tati.
This is going to be like an incredible year.
Okay, so without further ado, here are the things that I am cutting from my budget. I'm so guilty of this first one. Like literally convenience purchases kill me. If there's something that I can buy to make my life more convenient, I'm going to buy it. Like this category is going to be tough. But then I was thinking about it and I was like, do I actually enjoy what I'm buying when I'm spending for convenience? Or is it just like a quick fix to make something easier? Like I know that making dinner is going to taste probably better because I'm an amazing chef than picking up like a weird random salad, but sometimes I get a weird random salad because I'm like, you know what, babe, like you really put in your 10,000 hours today. Like you deserve it. Maybe get like some extra cauliflower too. Before you know it, it's $18.99 and you bought a Spindrift. Like you could have made eggs. And by the way, I think it's unreasonable to think in the future that I'm like never gonna pick up food for dinner on my way home, but I do think that this is something I can definitely cut down on. Okay, so the first one I sort of talked about, ordering in. Ordering in is done in 2020. If I want to spend money having someone make me a freaking meal, I'm going to sit at a restaurant and have them serve it to me. I just hate the whole delivery experience. It never looks like the picture on Postmates or Caviar or Seamless. Like seriously, they catfish me every time. So it's over 2020. I'm deleting all my delivery apps and I'm gonna start scrambling some eggs. Okay, the next one is no more daytime Ubers. This is so much more realistic for me than no more Ubers in general, because like if I'm out at night and it's 2 a.m. and I'm like being crazy, I'm at what up? And I wanna skedaddle, obviously this girl deserves to take a chariot home. But if I'm like going to 34th Street and there's an F train that literally drops you off right there as well, come on, like I can get on the subway. I'll admit it, I can. Oh, and also because I'm gonna stop my trainer, this one I feel like is good because I'll be able to like get more steps in. And then for lunch, I'm going to make myself lunch every day except for Fridays. Again, I think this is much more realistic than if I was like, I'm never gonna go to Sweet Green again, because obviously then I'll just be like wolfing them down come February. But I'm giving myself the leeway of like once or twice a week because I feel like it is reasonable to expect myself to make food for lunch for like 3 to 4 days a week. Like I can do that. I can do that. I feel like I can. Comment below if you believe in me. These are the things that I spend money on and I'm like, was it even worth it? Like, do I actually need to get every makeup palette the moment that it drops? You should see my bathroom. I have stacks and stacks of there's not enough days left in my life to wear all the eyeshadow that I've accumulated. I don't have enough eyes, but it feels so good in the moment. So like I'm obsessed, but also stopping it. So this means no more Instagram ads, which is sad, but you know, I have enough flat tummy tea to last me a lifetime. So I'll be okay. New makeup. Okay, so now you know that I have a lot of makeup. So I don't want to buy any new makeup in 2020. That's not to say like if I run out of a bronzer or of like a foundation, like obviously I can pay to get a new one, but no more going into Sephora and spending $7 $70 on like a bunch of shit that just ends up giving me a rash. Unless I'm like intentionally buying a piece of makeup that I need in order to live my life. Over, done with, goodbye. But I hope I still get to be a Black Sephora card member. To check that out. To be honest, you guys, I really overspent on my apartment. Like, it looks amazing, but I can't buy anything else for it. Like, I'm not allowed. In 2020, like, my hands are tied. I don't care if like my couch breaks, fine. I'll have a couch that's like close to the ground. That's chic in some cultures. You know what I mean? Like, and no plants. I don't have a green thumb. I have a lot of things, but green thumb, not one of them. The amount of times I've aspirationally bought an orchid because the guy was like, yeah, you're doing it wrong. You just need to put 2 ice cubes on it every full moon, and then it will blossom at the harvest. It always dies. It always dies. Boy, honestly, I used to ball out at the airport. Like, as I'm telling you all the stuff that I'm cutting from my budget, I'm like, wow, I had a good life. Like, must have been nice, but you know, tightening those purse strings, which means no more just Oprah Mag, Elle Mag, Vogue, Self, Runner's World magazine, even though I only run like twice a year. I used to go ham at like those Hudson News stores, and that also has to go. The only thing I should be overspending at the airport on is like a big glass of Pinot Grigio. We don't need to be buying $12 magazines, especially because like all the best celebrity gossip is online. Like, whenever you buy an Us Weekly, you're like, cool, I knew all of this 4 weeks ago. Thank you, next. This gets me every time. Like, remember when celery juice was hot? I literally spent $300 on a juicer. Once in college, I was like, okay, I'm a genius. I'm literally gonna start an eggplant jerky business. So I bought a dehydrator, and in my senior house, I would like keep it on all night dehydrating eggplant. I think it's still in my parents' garage. So like, kitchen appliances are over. I have enough like zoodlers to last me through like the bunker. I can take them into the bunker. This is so over. I want my 401k maxed out. I want to have $100,000 in savings. I want to buy myself a fucking love bracelet. And I also want to buy myself a Chanel bag. It might be white, it might be black. Comment below. But something that I don't want is any more fast fashion in this household. It's over. Not only is it bad for the environment, okay, preach, she like has an attitude, but also the amount of stuff that I bought at Zara that's truly embarrassing is out of control. Those trendy little hats that like bloggers wear, I have one. How many times do you think I've worn it? That's right, 0. 0. I was like, okay, cool. Like, there is a version of me that would wear this, so I'll keep it if she ever emerges, but like, she's not here right now, so I'll just put it in my like future me pile. And I don't think that's a good investment anymore. I'm sorry. These are the things that I was spending so much money on that I could have easily avoided if I had just like planned a little better or taken a little bit more time at the beginning of my day. So going off on impulse purchases, I would buy stuff all the time and bring it home, realize that it was crap or that it didn't fit right, and then I would be like, cool, yeah, I'm definitely gonna return it. For sure, like that's me like going to the register, like asking them like to ring it up again in reverse. It never happened. And I just feel like this phase of my life is over, you know, like I'm gonna become someone who returns this year. Like that is definitely on my vision board for like 2020 me. Check your bank statement right now. Okay, wait till after the video is over, but seriously, check your bank statement. I'm telling you, you're probably getting auto charged for so many random ass things that you did not even know you were paying for. It is worth an audit before the new year. I'm telling you, just for like the satisfaction of knowing like where every dollar is being spent. This is a good one. Just because it's low calorie does not mean that it's low cost. And I have gotten myself into this habit of like, just because something's healthy and like low calorie means that I'm allowed to buy it. So whenever I go food shopping, I come home with not one ingredient that could make a meal and with like a million of these trendy cauliflower, you know, infused whatever snacks that cost as much as a week's worth of groceries and literally have no nutritional value. So I'm done spending money on stupid healthy snacks. I can like freaking cut up a bell pepper and dip it in some tzatziki if I really need a nosh. And then also, like, I'm sorry, I'm like, and I hate to say it, I think that I have to stop shopping at Whole Foods. I like don't even want to say it too loudly because I'm hoping that it's not true. But like $100 at Trader Joe's just goes a lot longer. I don't know. I feel like I'm making a lot of rules for myself. Maybe I'll just say that I'm not going to shop like every other shop. I'll do Trader Joe's. That's good. That's a good one. And then I can transition to like get myself slowly there because I just like Whole Foods. I don't know. Like gives me comfort to browse there. Trader Joe's is very stressful. I used to spend so much money repurchasing things that like I thought I lost instead of just being organized. So like when I moved out of my old apartment, I literally found 7 can openers, which is obviously embarrassing and I'm only sharing with you because we are close friends, but also definitely shows room for improvement. So next time that I need like a household item, a tool, whatever, I'm gonna do some digging before I just, you know, skedaddle to the store. These are the things that I'm not cutting 100% from my budget, but I do want to be mindful of and spend less on. I don't think it's realistic for me to say like, cool, I'm never going to spend money on a coach again or on a trainer because let's be honest, I love being around people who are inspiring and who hold me accountable. Like literally my favorite kind of person. But I do think that like I can definitely cut back on this a little bit and mix up seeing my trainer with group classes or like going for a run with a friend, stuff like that. So I can definitely find more balance there. The days of getting people $300 plus gifts are over. Like whenever I see something that reminds me of like my friend or my family, I buy it. And then literally my accountant is always confused at how much I spend on gifts. So it's over. I'm done spending money on gifts. No one ever cares anyways. And I feel like thoughtful presents are just so much more meaningful. Like when you're moving or anything, you never throw away like a thoughtful card, but like you always throw away that weird, you know, cup that someone bought you that they like found in Peru. I don't know. What I'm really trying to say is that it's gonna be macaroni picture frames for a little bit, guys. So if you're on my close friends list, get used to it. Wedding presents. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I would never do this. Like, that would be so rude. But I do think that weddings are so expensive and that I am for sure not going to be going to any bachelor or bachelorette trips unless I'm like truly best friends with the person. I'm done spending money on things that I resent. That's really what I mean by this. But like, obviously if I love you and you're getting married, like Trisha, I'll be there, girl. Like Tulum 2020. See you on the beach. And like I said, your budget has to be personal to you. If getting your nails done is a non-negotiable, like it is for me, then obviously don't spend $200 on an at-home gel manicure kit that you're absolutely never going to use. The last year, I've definitely been more conscious about money than ever. And it's like, it's only gonna get worse. But there are some things that are never gonna change. Like I will always spend a ridiculous amount of money getting my eyebrows done. I love you, Joanna. I am loyal to you till the day I die. And I've just done the opposite so many times and had a bad result that I would rather pay to go to someone who's really good that I feel relaxed with than like sit there while they're waxing me and like holding my breath and just praying to God that, you know, that I still have an eyebrow. So I'm sorry, that's a non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable, books. Obviously you can tell like I'm such a nerd, but seriously, I love buying books. Thank God that I now have a Kindle because otherwise my New York City apartment would be filled to the brim. But I read every day. I read so much and I would just never like limit myself if I wanted to buy a book. Like that's so sad. Don't do that. Exercise is my therapy. No, but like honestly, I do really like working out. So a non-negotiable for me is spending money on fitness. Like if I really wanted to try a new class, I would always go. Or like massage, I love to get massage. Like obviously I'm not getting like a $300 massage at the Carlisle, but like if I am at the nail salon and they do like that tempting 1 minute little like tease, I always fall for it. And like, that's a personality trait. And sometimes you just have to do you. So I can't say no to self-care. And I think I deserve it. If the flight is over 4 hours, I'm sorry, I'm not doing coach and I'm not doing a red eye. This year actually is when I learned this lesson the hard way, because I was going to San Francisco and I was making good money to go, but I like wanted to maximize my profits. So I was like, I'm gonna take the red eye home and I'm gonna sit in the last seat of coach, because I'm gonna make so much more money if I do that instead of like getting myself a seat that I could actually sleep in. It was the worst experience of my life. I was in a middle seat for a 7-hour red eye. I didn't get a wink of sleep. I'd been working the whole, you know the story, like cry me a river. But the point is, like, we have to learn from these things. If it's over 4 hours, I'm flying Mint. JetBlue, I'm looking at you. I want a sponsorship. Oh, and then always spend money on a good guru, on a tarot card reader, psychic, whatever. I just think there's some times in your life where you're drawn to these sort of people and you have to follow that urge. And if something makes you feel better, then it's worth the money. Because obviously you could have invested that money, but like sometimes you just have to invest in yourself and like in feeling good in the moment. So always invest in a good guru. Going out for dinner, like I'm obsessed. I love a white tablecloth. Tell me the specials. I want to share a bottle of wine. Like, I'm gonna do the whole thing. And I have no problem with that. So you can at me if you want, but I'll probably be out to dinner, so I won't be able to respond. Oh, cable. If you have not noticed, Bravo is my not even guilty pleasure, because now I'm fully part of the family, but humble brag. But yeah, I would never cut cable because then I could not watch Real Housewives and je suis addicted. Was that correct French? Oh my God. I'm literally in Paris emotionally. Oh, and then Netflix, but this one, like, you probably can get out of spending on, because like, just get a boyfriend, get his password, and then dump him. Like, this one you can certainly find some loopholes, but like I like spending on entertainment. I think that's like, you know, I also love spending on like a concert or a play or any sort of experience. Like if you want to go to Sleep No More and like wear masks together, I'll do that with you. I just, you know, I love a good story. I love a moment. So I wouldn't cut that either. Disclaimer, I'm not going out to dinner or doing any of these things excessively. That's what gets you in trouble. So just know I'm being sort of open and vulnerable about the things that I am going to be keeping in my budget, but I just want to make it clear that like, I'm not abusing these privileges. Like, I know that I can't go to Hamilton every night. Like, it's sad, but it's true. I have to go put my zoodle maker on Craigslist, but definitely like this video, subscribe to my channel. Those are both free things to do, duh. And definitely comment below one thing that you are keeping in your budget in 2020 and one thing that you are cutting from your budget. Oh, and don't forget, stay rich, bitch.